about my law books, YouTube video lectures on law subjects, replies to comments in response to my video lectures is the topic for discussion today. I wish to take up this special lecture in order to clarify the doubts of my students about my law books, video lectures, and replies to their comments, because it is not possible for me to give reply to each and every comment, dear friends. That is why I wish to take up this class and will let you know my program relating to video lectures. Before going to take up this, dear friends, with your kind permission, let me take just 1 minute to pray God, pay homage to my reverend late parents, Rega and late Srimati Kantaratnam, and my beloved wife, Mrs. Baliwada T. Gauri, advocate and associate author of all my academic ventures. It is my duty to express my deep sense of gratitude and irredeemable indebtedness to my godfathers, publishers, and in particular my student friend, who are instrumental for what I am now. Dear friends, I have been receiving so many comments expressing doubts about my student friends, and I wish to clarify their doubts through this lecture. At the same time, I wish to let you know the purpose of writing law books and the purpose of uploading video lectures. I wish to enlighten you in brief, dear friends. So many friends are asking so many questions. You please continue. You please take up CPC, CRPC. You take up this lecture. You take up that lecture, like that. They are asking. So I welcome such requirements from the student friends, dear. Anyway, it is not possible to meet the requirement of each and every student. I have taken up a giant project of delivering nearly 35 subjects of law. 30 subjects, 3 years for 3-year course, and 5 additional specialization subjects. The students will be required to opt either banking law or insurance law or criminology or some other law like that. That is why 3 years course, 30 subjects plus 5 additional subjects will be there. And regarding 5-year course, all these subjects will be available to, are prescribed for study to 5-year law course. But in pre-law, they will have around 10 papers. Pre-law 10 paper, pre-law 5 subjects, and second pre-law 5 subjects. From third year to final year, the subjects are almost common, subject to certain slight changes as per the university is concerned. Dear friends, I have so far uploaded 156 lectures. 151 lectures are from out of 17 subjects, whereas 5 lectures are in Telugu language. Recently, the students of Telugu states are requesting me to deliver lectures on Telugu language. To consider their request, I started delivering lectures on Telugu on important subjects, important topics, not only useful for law students but also useful for general public. So I wish to take up as many as lectures as possible, but unfortunately, due to this global pandemic, COVID-19, colleges remain closed for the last 2 academic years. and students find it naturally. If students do not show interest to learn subject and watch academic videos, because there are no uh, uh, colleges. Even if class exams are there, there are some online lectures, online examinations are there. The pattern is entirely different, so they don't consider it necessary to watch lengthy lectures in lengthy classroom lectures. Dear friends, I started Telugu also, but I cannot speak fluently Hindi. I can manage Hindi, Marathi for general purpose. I won't be able to speak Hindi. Otherwise, I deem it as a great opportunity to deliver lectures in Hindi, because most of my friends are delivering, most of the teachers are delivering lectures in Hindi language only. But I regret my inability that I won't be able to deliver lectures in Hindi. I deliver lectures in Hindi. However, my books, more than 25 law books, were translated into Hindi language by my publisher, Asia Law House, for which I am grateful to him. So before going to the dear friends, you are asking, you please upload this lecture, like that various subjects or students are asking in the comment. Kindly verify how many lectures I have delivered. At least see the caption, see the heading of the lecture, so that you will be able to know how many subjects I have delivered the lectures. So some students are asking me, please they upload in CPC. CPC I have uploaded as many as lectures. Those lectures are enough from examination point of view. Some are asking CPC evidence. CPC I have uploaded, CRPC I have uploaded. I have uploaded nearly 17 subjects, and also uploaded 3 4 lectures on general topics like public interrelation, litigation, locus standi, writs, independence of judiciary, like that. So in most of the subjects, I gave summary lecture also for torts, contracts, IPC, and so many subjects. I gave summary lectures also. Summary lecture in the sense, the all the chapters of entire subject I have enlightened in brief, and then continued first lecture 1, lecture 2. I picked out most important topics from examination point of view and delivered lectures. Dear friends, please note, I uploaded contracts 1, contracts 2, torts, IPC or criminal law, family law 1, Hindu law I uploaded, and uh, family law 1, Hindu law I uploaded, Muslim law I have not yet uploaded. I will upload it very shortly. And succession I did not upload, and constitutional law, CPC, CRPC, evidence, transfer of property or property law. So many subjects, 70 legal theory now going. 10 lectures I have uploaded in legal theory. After request from my student friends from Telugu states, I uploaded 4 lectures on family law and 1 lecture liability, both in English and Telugu language. I uploaded. So I will. There is no problem from my side to upload as many lectures as possible, because my life ambition is to complete all the 35 subjects, and I also complete I also deliver lectures on Telugu language for the benefit of my Telugu students, because uh, because the problem is owing to Corona pandemic, colleges remain closed, students are not showing that much interest. Suppose there are more than 6,000 subscribers, 6,200 subscribers, like that, but when the lecture is uploaded within 1 week, at least 500 students are not making use of it. It is not I do not have proper inspiration and encouragement. So dear friend, this is the right time for all of you to make use of my lecture during this leisure period. Suppose I am covering maximum at least one chapter in one lecture. In case I deliver in classroom, I take minimum 8 to 10 classes for completing this lecture, because I am making thorough preparation. I am not is because if it is in classroom, we will give examples, we write boards, we take attendance, we take leisure, all these things will be there. So every student is required to attend 5 periods, first semester to last semester. In every semester there will be 5 subjects. So student is required to attend 5 classes of 1 hour duration or 55 minutes duration or 50 minutes duration, as the case may be. If the students are forced to remain in classroom for 5 hours, in some classes the attendance is not taken very strictly. In some institution, attendance is taken very strictly. Particularly in prestigious institutions, where the fee is collected, where they are imparting high standard of legal education, collecting huge amount of fees. They must justify the fee, and they are providing their taking all necessary efforts to uplift the standards of legal education in strict adherence to the ideals and goals of the Bar Council of India, the law regulating authority. So that is why some students, without seeing the number of lectures delivered, they are asking you, please deliver on this subject, that subject. So I am have my after my post retirement life, I have decided sincerely, honestly, to dedicate my residual part of life for uploading the lectures for the benefit of my law student friends. I am doing this job absolutely on service motto. I have not received even 1 rupee from YouTube, because if the number of views in lakhs or millions within a prescribed period of time, I may get some income. I know our law students in India as a whole are very limited, but the students showing interest towards classes and watching lectures are very limited. Another important thing, I sincerely admit and acknowledge that today any video in social media is 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, like that. When we watch a video of even half an hour and above, we feel that it is a lengthy video. Except short telefilms or except movies, the people cannot spare, cannot have patience to watch videos for hours together. But however, I do admit that it may be difficult job to watch videos hours together. But when once you want to become you want to get selected in competitive exam, when once you want to become a judge, it is invariable, it is incompatible, it is inevitable for you to work hard. For example, you see, take the case how a student has to struggle to get medical street, how a student has to struggle to get post graduation medical street, how a candidate has to struggle to get through competitive examination, civil services, group 1, group 2 services. So a degree examination, be any degree examinations, particularly social sciences examinations, can be manageable. You can get through, you can with little simple preparation you can get through the exam and you can get the degree. But when once you want to possess good knowledge, even if you become a judge, when you are one of the members in a constitutional bench or division bench, you will have to interact effectively. Otherwise you cannot enjoy a good status in judiciary. You keep it in mind, a knowledgeable man as an advocate or judge will be highly respected. Never think that one may get through examination, qualifying examination may be easy, because examiners are very liberal to give pass marks to students. They don't like, most of the exam don't like to fail the students in post graduation level. But in competitive exam, the examiner must try to fail the candidate, because the number of candidates should be, there may be 100 posts, there may be thousands of candidates, or even lakhs of candidates. So that is why you have to, unless you work hard, you cannot acquire more and more knowledge. Dear friends, I want to deliver lectures on all these subjects, but today I would able to deliver 150 lectures, 151 in English language, and 5 Telugu. Why? Because of and a non improper response from the students. If the students make use of my lectures more, I would able to I would have delivered by this time not less than 200 to 250 lectures. So my speed depends upon your increase. So even so, sometimes I get discouraged whether to continue or not. Then I decided on my own. Today the students may not show interest. Tomorrow the students will come. So yeah, students showing lot of interest in studies may come out. Then I will not be available. I may go. I will be no more by that time. So that is why during my lifetime I have to complete this project for the benefit of the student. With that only I am telling. For example, earlier legal education was in university colleges only. Subsequently, it extended to law colleges. In the recent past, that is in 1986, for the first time in India, National Law School of India was established at Bangalore, started at Bangalore under the favorable auspices of then the Madhav Menon sir. Subsequently, so many law colleges came into existence, and on par with national law schools, some prestigious institutions also came out. There are some private universities imparting qualitative standard qualitative legal education in strict adherence to the directions of Bar Council of India. However, the standards and legal education in many institutions is not satisfactory. So that is the reason. So this is my dear student friends. There are people asking me deliver lectures on environmental and everything. I have my only life ambition. I have only job. I don't have any job. All my friends who were retired earlier to me, who were retired after to me, and also my teachers crossing the age of 80 years have joined services. We occupying wonderful positions with handsome salaries. But I'm one and only one person not yet joined any service. I wanted to dedicate my residual part of life for the student service. This is a fact I am sincerely telling by putting my right hand on my bust. Please trust me, and if you make use of my lectures quickly, I can have very good inspiration to this thing. So, dear students, then when the Telugu lectures, all the subjects are delivered, is very easy. One day, one lecture I can give. I don't require any preparation. For developments, if any, I check the net and see some articles, latest articles of one or two persons. I reading it, developments, if any, I can take it up. I can deliver. But the Telugu lectures already uploaded lectures in Telugu, I can easily do it. But one thing, I suppose I deliver one lecture every day. The students are not showing any interest. What can I do? Anyway, I will do my job. I will do my job. I sincerely. So I am not doing any advertisement. I am not doing any this thing. What I am sincerely. Because the only difficulty is because I have taken up very big project of 35 subjects. So far, it is not, for to take up this big project, one must have lot of dedication, one must have lot of hard work. Otherwise, with my experience of teaching all the subjects, only I would able to do it, because I delivered 4 to 5 hours lecture every day covering whole subject for 28 days on 28 subjects in every main exam and supplementary exam in CRD Law College, where I was a lecturer, that is assistant professor, from 1986 to 2003 December. After joining as principal on 1st January 2004, I similarly worked like that. Though I was a principal, I gave spoon feeding to my student friends on all the subjects, even though I was a professor. So I have good, strong, sincere, honest inclination to do the best of my services. But if you make use of my services, I will be very happy, dear friends. This is about my kindly. So one more last point I have to make. There are some common subjects. Administrative law is there, very good sub alternative dispute resolution. You kindly you watch all my lectures on constitutional law, administrative law, alternative dispute resolution systems, irrespective of first year, second year, or final year in court. They are very, very useful lectures. Not only the law student, but also the general public are advised to this thing. Not only my law students, but also the junior advocates and even newly appointed judges and newly appointed law lecturers also can make use of my lectures, because we should not hesitate to learn anything from him. I am ready to learn even from the student. Today in internet, the students of second year, first year pre-law, second, third year pre-law, second year pre-law students in National Law School and other prestigious institutions of legal studies are uploading articles in net. I am reading over all the articles. I am learning, in fact, at this age, after retirement, I am learning from the articles published by research papers published by newly entrants, new law students only. So we should not hesitate to learn knowledge. My student may have lot of knowledge, good knowledge in one way. My first year law student may have good knowledge in another way. But I cannot have, I am not expected to have his knowledge. He is not expected to have my knowledge. But he has to receive my knowledge. I have to receive his knowledge. That is what a reasonable, prudent man will do. We should not have any ego. We should not feel any inferiority complex. So what all we have to do is we should learn. Nobody, even Chief Justice of a country is not expected to know 100% about one single subject of law. Not only law subject, any great engineer, any engineering, medical, anything. Because some one article, suppose as a teacher I prepare something and speak 5 minutes about that. If it is presented as research paper by some student, to 2 hours lecture can be given. Because as a teacher in classroom, I won't be able to cover all the points given in research paper. If I do it, I'll have to cover so many topics. I don't require 90 periods. I must be given 900 periods to cover the subjects. It is not possible from for administration point of view. That is why limited time is given to teachers and limited period only has to cover the maximum syllabus. That is important thing. So this is about my your comments. You please see the headings of my lectures so that you can know how many lectures how many lectures I have given. Unfortunately, one my old student asked me a lecture, told me CRPC and consumer protection law. Once he asked me, I gave idea, and he is not able to search consumer protection law, alternative dispute resolution in my account. I had to share him. Similarly, he asked me for CRPC, where I have to get, you please know. You check all the, then I asked him, you check all the lectures from 150, just see the headings, you can understand. That type of students also are there. So that is the reason why. So you see, you just see for civil services how people are working, competitive exams how people are working. We have to think it out. So next I go next about my law books. Some students in comments are asking me where we want your law book, where they are available. My law books are published by Andhra Law House Visakhapatnam, Asia Law House Hyderabad, and Gogia Law Agency Hyderabad. All these books are available online from the respective publisher. These books are available online, Amazon, Flipkart, and my books are available in all the leading publishers in India. If you touch the mic and ask Lega Suryarao lectures, please, in Google, you will find in number of websites relating to my books. If you touch YouTube, you will get all my video lectures. If in Google you touch the mic and ask Rega Suryarao law lectures, please, then my videos will come. And so many publishers are there in Delhi, all over country. Number of publishers are there. So don't think that I am giving this for publicity, because some students asked me, but my books are in good circulation. Fortunately, luckily, I am very lucky to note that my goods are, but I don't get any remuneration for, if the books are sold in lakhs or thousands or lakhs, there is no anything. So little remuneration, which is not even a little part of my income tax, comes to me, paid, but I am not. But it is my duty to support my publisher. If the sales are good, he will get more benefit. He gave me, he enjoys profit, he gives me name, that's all. So if any student wants to go for, if anybody wants to write law books, so the remuneration one people should not expect. It is a service. Publisher will ask you, I am making you author. That is the remuneration. That sometimes he will ask printing charges. Otherwise, without printing charges, he will take. He may give complimentary copies next day. He may give some small remuneration in due course. Big people, High Court judges, Supreme Court judges, while writing books, they will give the books for namesake and service sake. They do not mind about remuneration. They do not mind about remuneration, whether if the publisher gives or not, whether they takes or not. We don't know. Suppose anybody wants to become an author by writing books, you may contact me. I will tell you how to write law book. If you want money to make money by writing law books or any other book, you have to print on your own and sell on your own by visiting so many shops in the district area, state area, even outside state area also. If you print books with your own money and sell on your own, you will get good remuneration. When once you give books for publication by publisher, you cannot get any remuneration. If the publisher is good, he will give good remuneration. It depends upon the relationship between publisher and author. So this is for your information. Why I have started writing law books? This question I want to tell you. Answer I will give you. Dear friends, when I was studying LLB, we did not in 77-80. I studied LLB 3 years course. In those days, there were no simple, easily understandable books. The books are very standard. If I wanted to prepare for TOTS, Winfield, Salmon, Ramaswamy Iyer. Constitutional law, D.D. Basu, H.M. Sherwai, such books were there. So, for similarly, all subjects, the books were of standard. Though I was inter-collegiate, inter-university debater in BL level, I would not able to follow those books properly. I have somehow or other, I managed to work hard and got through the BL examination. When I was studying LLM examination, LLM in SV University Tirupati, our professors were giving tips. You read this book, you read the H.M. Sherwai, Koka Subbarao comments, labor legislation, articles, so this and that, so many things they were giving references. Taking the references, I was going to library, spending whole day, but breaking head, I would not able to get. But at the time, my senior colleague Sri Jilani Shaji gave some notes that they helped me on international 2-3 subjects and some 2-3 subjects. For other subjects, we had to follow on our own in library. I must be grateful to my senior colleague Jilani Shah for having provided this. And when I was in association with my two of my friends, they suggested me J.N. Pandey textbook is there. J.N. Pandey for constitutional law. I did not know J.N. Pandey was there. But actually J.N. Pandey book people do not suggest in LLM level. But whatever book is there, whether it serves purpose or not, it's not a small book. It is a great book, a great author. I salute him. Immediately I purchased that J.N. Pandey textbook for law Today, the J.N. Pandey textbook for constitutional law is very popular. Every year it gets revised. It gets revised and with the latest amendments. So that book helped me a lot. In my heart, that J.N. Pandey, I constituted a temple in my heart and acknowledge J.N. Pandey ji as God. So similarly, when I started my teaching career in CRD Law College, I was given first law of torts and law of insurance for teaching. But law of torts, according to my knowledge, Winfield, Salmond, and this thing. But our people, colleagues told me, R.K. Bhangia book is there. It is. Oh, with that R.K. Bhangia textbook, I could comfortably prepare and deliver lecture easily. So in that R.K. Bhangia book, at the end of the book, only synopsis was given. Uh, See, the book is around 3 to 400, 3 to 500 pages, 300 pages, 400 pages, in up to 450, 500 pages today. But even then, the number of around 30 to 40 pages was the synopsis. But most of the students were for reading only synopsis only. They were not reading the subject. So this is, we people tell that you read this book, that book containing 500 pages, 1000 pages, whether you are reading the following 500 pages book or 1000 pages book, but it depends upon your capacity. How many pages you will be able to read, how many pages you will be able to recollect is the most important thing. Most important thing. If you can't read more pages, if you can't remember more pages, there is no use of going for hundreds of pages, thousands of pages books. So when while choosing a book, think about your capacity, think about your standard, think about your memory capacity, your time schedule, then choose a book. Then choose a book so that it will be easy for you. Instead of referring books containing number of pages, you have to prepare a teaching notes, simple notes for reference, so that in one day, from one exam to one exam, you will have only one day gap. In one day, the entire syllabus has to be referred. So if you read the book, big book containing many pages, it won't be able to cover all the pages. So that is why you have to prepare synopsis. Notes of your own in limited pages. It will be easier for you to face the examination successfully. So this is the reason. So then I thought of writing law book, because the books are at that time, those days, the books are, most of the books are of standard, which normal average student would not be able to meet. Then I started writing book thoughts. I got an idea. In my another law college, Nyaya Vidya Parishat Law College, Visakhapatnam, some two, Mrs. Ambika Kumari and her husband Ajay Kumar sir, and my another colleague Annam Subramaniam, they started writing books. Annam Subramaniam authored one book, Transfer of Property Act. Ambika Kumari, Family Law and Criminal Law, and Ajay Kumar sir, CPC. But taking them as an inspiration, I started writing law books on first thoughts. For it is the first attempt, I had to struggle a lot. Nearly 3 years I worked for that, and subsequently with that experience, I delivered, I released legal and constitutional history. In those days, legal and constitutional history was a very difficult subject. Only MP Jain was the source. That this language was the high language for us according to our standard. But subsequently, Kailash Raiji and other books came on legal and constitutional history. I also consider Kailash Raiji and G.S. Pandey, J.N. Pandey as my gurus, and I acknowledge them as God. I could comfortably follow their language and everything. As a student, I improved my language and I followed their English style only. Basing on that, with that experience, I released so many books one by one. Another thing is, it so happened that when I was working in CRD Law College, there are about 20 teachers, but most of the students used to meet me and requested me to explain the subject as a whole in 2-3 hours. and I started doing 2 3 subjects, and ultimately with their inspiration I started giving guidance on all the subjects during examination. So there were about 28 subjects in 3 year law course, additional specialization to 30 subjects. But still, each and every exam, students after writing exam used to come to my home, and at 6 o'clock or 6:30 in the evening, and I delivered started lecture at 6:30 and continued up to 10:30 in the night, 4 to 5 hours. I used to cover the whole subject. Like that, I served my students many years, and students acknowledged me as one of the best teachers in those days. With that experience, I started writing study material on 24 law subjects, 24 law subject, and I circulated these study material among the students for Xerox charges. Xerox charges. I too enjoyed some little benefit, profit also for that. And subsequently I gave all my books to Asia Law House for publication. Subsequently, Gogia Law Agency, my books are published. So far, I gave nearly 5 subjects. 5 subjects were published by Andhra Law House, Visakhapatnam. More than 22 subjects were published by Asia Law House. More than 8 subjects were published by Gogia Law Agency and question and answers also. Asia Law House translated all the books given to him into Hindi language, and one publisher also took my consent for translating my law subjects of nearly 30 into 4 South Indian languages: Kannada, Tamil, Malayalam, and Telugu, and also Marathi and Gujarati. 6 languages consent I gave, but they will take their own time, one by one, and whether it may be during my lifetime or after, I cannot say, but they also will come out in future, because all state governments are taking initiative to promote their mother tongue, and their mother tongue, because the English language, overwhelming interest on English will overshadow their mother tongue. That is why most of the Bar Council of India is consistently pressing the centers of legal education to impart legal education in English only. But however, in so many states, I physically witnessed those people speak their local language only. They do not speak even one sentence in English. But however, they are putting their children in English medium convents, spending lakhs of rupees fee. It so happened, I asked one kid speaking in his mother tongue in the presence of his parents, "Your parents are spending lakhs of rupees for your fee, to promote your English language, but you children always speak in your mother tongue. How can you promote your English also?" I expressed my view before the parents to that student. So that is why, dear friends, what I mean to say is, all languages are great. Every language is an asset. One must worship his language. At the same time, one must respect the other language also. If would I be able to speak very fluently Hindi and Marathi, I would have enjoyed a lot of benefits during my service in Maharashtra for 15 years. Yes, I was handicapped in Hindi and Marathi. Suppose I would able to speak fluently Hindi, I would have been able to deliver lectures in Hindi on all these subjects. If these 150 lectures of 1 hour duration would have been uploaded in Hindi, the number of service would be there will be number of thousands of subscribers would be there, and thousands of every video would be not less than 1000 to 50,000 views also would have been there. So what a loss I suffered for the reason of not able to speak in Hindi. So that is why every language is great. Your language is great for you. My language is great for me. Telugu person tells that Telugu is greatest language. Marathi person tells that Marathi is the greatest language. Hindi man tells that Hindi is the greatest language. So your language is great to you, my language is not great to you. So we must worship our own language and respect the each and every language. Every language will be an asset, dear friend. Don't remember P.V. Narasimha Rao ji conferred great status. The one of these great qualities is he would able to speak all the languages. As a central minister and as union minister and prime minister, whenever he addressed the gathering, he used to address the gathering in that particular language. It may be Punjabi or Bengali, Assami, Kannada, Telugu, Marathi, whatsoever it may be. He would able to address the people in their mother tongue only. There was no need for him for translator while delivering the speech. Dear friend, when a prime minister or union minister delivers a speech, some translator would be there. He used to deliver speech in Hindi or English. Some translator would convert it into their local language. So that is why P.V. Narasimha Rao did not require any translator for addressing gather anywhere in India, because he would able to speak almost all Indian languages. So with this experience, law books, I started writing law books. So it's not I did not write law books not for any time pass, not to make any money. It is some service. It is some service. I was an average student, so I know the difficulties of so many average students and below average students in India who will not be able to read high standard books, because the bar council and all university authorities prescribes books of high standard only. They do not prescribe the books of books that are easily understandable by the ordinary average student. So I wanted to take it as a privilege, and I wanted to serve the student who would not be able to understand the books of high standard like H.M. Sherwhite. In my days, IPC means only Ratanlal book was there. Ratanlal Derazlal, but it is one of the only students having good knowledge will be able to follow that. So for every subject, the books were of high standard. Books were of high standard in those days, in order to facilitate the students, average students. And in spite of that, many students in our law faculty, they cannot understand English. They cannot understand even English. So most of my students, many of my Telugu students requested me by comments and phones to deliver lectures in Telugu, because if I give more and more lectures in English, students are not receiving immediately. So let us give one lecture in English medium and give one more lecture in the Telugu medium also. So because I don't require any preparation, today I deliver lecture in English medium. Tomorrow I can give a lecture in Telugu medium, so that our students also will benefit. First they watch Telugu medium lecture, and then they watch English medium lecture. They will be more comfortable. Like that I am thinking. But I am ready to deliver lectures in Telugu, almost all the subjects. But I give one lecture in English and then one lecture in Telugu. Suppose, or I will take one subject, Indian Penal. So students are asking me Indian Penal Code, Constitution Law. I will take Indian Penal Code some 1 week, 10 days continuously. I will give these lectures, and I give English lectures once in 10 and 10 days, like this. But if depending upon the response from student, I will accelerate my attempt to upload more lectures, dear friend. So see, I wrote law books to facilitate most of the students, average students, below average student would not be able to, and not for money. The money I received is very negligible. For the books are more circulation all over country and abroad also. Online you can get. All leading publisher in India are dealing with my books. You can also write to Asia Law House, Gogia Law Agency and Andhra Law House, and get the books directly. So this is, so many students asked me where the books are available. If you touch the Google, touch the mic and ask Rega Suryarao lecture, You will get so many websites of various law publishers in India, including Amazon and Flipkart. Flipkart. That is how you can get my books online with discount also. Secondly, lecture videos. Lecture videos. Why I started delivering lecture videos? Lecture videos after when I was a principal in Maharashtra aided law college, and before my retirement, I happened to I when I was in service. Why I gave reply and clarification to students' comments regarding how many lectures I have uploaded, what are the lectures I am going to upload. Secondly, why I have authored law books? I have completed nearly 135 law subjects, Asia Law House, Andhra Law House, and Gogia Law Agency. Question and answers also Gogia Agency released. All India Bar Guide, All India Bar Examination Guide also was released by Gogia Law Agency. It occupied first position. It occupied very good position. It is of high price also, 720 rupees, and it is in one video social media I have seen, and that person who presented it in YouTube placed my book number one, but I cannot say it is number one. Somebody described my book as number one for All India Bar Examination. That is there. And lastly, video lectures. Why I started delivering video lectures? This is the last question. Video lectures in the sense, here when I was in working as a principal in aided law college Maharashtra, the Bar Council of India started inspecting law colleges from 2018 and revised rules and regulations, and enhanced the affiliation fee, and inspecting the colleges, and increased the number of subjects from 28 to 30 and additional subject. So many steps the Bar Council of India has taken. It was started inspecting the colleges, and if the norms are not followed, the Bar Council is disaffiliated so many colleges also. In that process, the Bar Council of India released and supplied one manual, BCI manual, Bar Council of India manual. It is one hardbound book. It contains the details of centers of legal education. What centers of legal education means? A law college, it is maybe a private law college, aided or unaided, university law department and university law college, or national law schools in India, and other prestigious institutions of legal studies, private universities, where legal education is important. So for all these are called centers of legal education. So the number of teachers there are adequate number of teachers in prestigious institutions of legal studies, some private colleges, because private unaided colleges, even though they are enough, some colleges they are having enough number of lectures, because the unaided private college can appoint the teachers for lower remuneration, and the teachers also agree, they can manage. But in even once it is aided law colleges and university law colleges, the number of the government must pay as per rules a high salary. So that is why, maybe due to paucity of funds or other reason, in most of the centers of legal education, the number of teachers are very less. When number of teachers are very less. Suppose a law college in one law LLB department, 3 years course, 30 subjects are there. At least 10 full-time lecturers are necessary. If 5-year course also is there, some more lecturers are necessary. But in many centers of legal education, this number of teachers are less. In some colleges, 2 or 3 like that, but I should not tell the figure. If you see the manual of Bar Council of India, you can see the position of in one university department, LLM, only one teacher is there. In one university department, as per the workload, 3 years or 5 years, LLB, LLM, the 20 to 30 teachers are necessary. But only 6 teachers are there. So like that. But when for 10 teachers, some governments are giving only 2 to 3 teachers. Other teachers are advocates. Advocates also can do well, do justice, but the court timings and college timings are same. But the advocate teachers are unable to come. Pre-law teachers, lecturers in some other colleges are able to come to deliver history, academics, politics. Whereas court advocates means in the morning they will have clients, after 10 o'clock they should go to court, they will have brief. So that is why when in law colleges hourly basis teachers are advocates, and if the advocates are having time, they are coming and doing justice, otherwise they won't be able to come. So there is a lot of dislocation of work is taking place. This is being faced by so many law colleges where advocate teachers are appointed as hourly basis or part time. So what I thought of, so many my teacher colleagues, so many institutions and other, they are delivering lectures on law, but most of the teachers are delivering lectures, law lectures, for short period in Hindi only. But English lectures are very limited. But I cannot speak in Hindi. But I started delivering lectures in English. As I have taken up a big project, giant project of 30 to 35 subjects. So teaching 10 minutes, 20 minutes is not possible. When once I take up a lecture, the number of the duration of time must be 1 hour at least. So that is why I have no any equipment for lectures, video recording or anything. I have only small cell phone. In my cell phone I record my video, and thereafter my son will upload it. Earlier my wife or daughter-in-law used to record my lecture, and subsequently my son used to upload it. Today I am able to record my lecture in cell phone, and my son will upload it subsequently. So dear friend, this is the service I am doing. So even for books, I am doing mostly on service motive only, because my two sons are settled. I am also getting handsome pension with great blessings of government of Maharashtra. That is enough for me. I don't require any more earnings. I have to take all necessary steps to strengthen my health and lengthen my life. The primary things before me is to strengthen my health and lengthen my life, and then to maximize my service to the public. I have only I have trio before me. I have three obligations. Number one, to strengthen my health. Number two, to lengthen my life. And number three, to serve serve the best of my ability to my student friends. I don't have anything. So if you are kind enough, gracious enough to circulate my lectures among your friends, and you make use of my lectures more and more, my lectures will be. So I am telling you, if you follow my lecture, watch each and every lecture, if you are able to speak English, understand English, write English properly, if you watch all my videos 2 to 3 times, you will be no way less than Rega Suryarao, that much. I cannot say that I am great, I have having lot of knowledge, but what all knowledge I have, I am pledging in this videos. You can have that knowledge. If you have that knowledge, how you will be able to interact in court, you just see. How you will be able to interact as a judge tomorrow, you will see. But unless we work, so what is this? Our cell phone is a great eighth wonder. You can learn a lot. This is the largest library in the world. Largest library in the world. Every topic, for every topic you ask in net, you can get a lot of research papers and articles published by students of prestigious institutes of legal studies and legal services authority, institutes of civil services, and so many institutions giving guidance to competitive examination. Very good articles will be made available. So You just think and act once, dear friends, studying in private, aided, unaided, and university department, where the legal education is not very seriously undertaken, restricting attendance and all. You just compare the standards of the students prosecuting legal studies in national law schools and prestigious institutes of legal studies. What is the level of articles they are presenting? So they are no way less than teachers, teachers and scholars in presenting the articles and research papers. If you check in the internet, you will be able to know the level of standards. When once they are also LLB after completion, they also come out as law graduate. You also, the student who do not have any, never attended any class throughout his life, the institution did not take it serious. He never attended any class, he did not read anything, he just he gone through one book one day before, or managed to write something and pass the examination. How he will be able to stand before the students? But those students possessing good knowledge will become leading lawyers and judges tomorrow. They are getting campus interviews and getting jobs also. But I know very well, many of my friends and after LLB were eagerly looking for clerk job. I after LLB I also joined as a clerk after LLB UDC in Provident Fund Commissioner Office and resigned it, went to LLM, I got first rank, and then I became law teacher, a law lecturer in CRD Law College 18 years. Even then, I was the only teacher, struggled a lot to prepare so many subjects. So this my service and my name today is not, I could not get easily. It is out of lot of dedication and sacrifice of so many things. I should not say, I should not, but for sacrifice and dedication, one cannot get any name. So, dear friends, this is I have very sincere and strong inclination to upload all the subjects, because in corona pandemic, I don't like to trouble the students uploading more and more. Some may receive it in adverse way. Thank you very much, dear friends. Work hard. Try to become a great lawyer or great judge. Work hard, acquire good knowledge so that you can enjoy very good status.